you, but we're super happy for you. Up next, I'm super excited to introduce our next reader. She read at our open mic last month, and I was like, wow, please be featured. And here she is. Originally from Southeast Texas, Sarah Beach received an MFA in poetry from the New School, where she was a reader for Lit. Her work can be found in The Inquisitive Eater. Her favorite flavor of ice cream is vegan coffee. Please welcome Sarah.
Thank you so much for having me. When y'all asked me the ice cream question, I had just been to Thai Fresh, and their vegan coffee ice cream is amazing, and they were out of it, so I had it on the brain. So I'm going to read 5 poems, and I'm pretty bad at setting up poems and talking in between them, so I'll probably just move through them. Okay. There's a rage inside me simmering, a storm churning muddy waves off the Gulf Coast, hissing a cicada thread down a dirt road. My anger is a deafening around a stillness, an eye hedged in by wind. This rage is a void giving way to a shame thick as the swamp on this skin, is a hushed reason. There's part problem, part solution, ripping the roof off me, telling me I'm a righteous vulgarity because this is where I lived. The home that sheltered me from hurricanes also caged me in sin, taught me nothing of myself beyond the limits of this body, the rumbling of the stomach before being fed what drowns me, how Southern Belle, hospitality, comfort can satisfy a craving before the poison sets in. I'm thousands of miles away, still squalling, finding it impossible to levy without walling in. Woman is a weapon wielded against me. From Genesis to revenge porn to pro-life picketers castigating me post-pap smear to wanna fuck as I walk down the street, my form simultaneously worshipped and warred upon, so policed and policied I had to put in a password to know how I'm currently consumed. I've been growing the shame like an ivy, all thirst and sprawl and roots. If shame requires cooperation and I refuse to water these shoots, why do I still feel the tendrils climbing, covering me, using my breath for food? I process and prune, am smothered once more. Though toxic to the touch and tongue, I watch as the ivy produces berries, boldly bearing dangerous fruit. Okay, this next one does require a bit of explanation because it's a persona poem from the point of view of my husband's mistress, but it's an imagined mistress, so The other woman. I do not exist, yet, or that you know of, yet I mix with the wine and magnetize your fingers, coaxing them to pick up his phone. Even if I'm not there, I become the earwig entering your brain, keeping you from softening to his touch. I'm the ability to see him in a glorified glow, free from the fog of familiarity, the cloud cover of routine. I am the reason for your cold sweats, his reason for leaving and all of your paralytic dreams. I'm present, brand new, willing to give him titillating confidence, willing to sext, midday send nudes. I'm the fear and dread crawling out of the grimiest corners of you. I'm not you, but I'm of you, and I'll consume you whether or not I even exist, because I'm the odium growling from the pit of your adoration, and you'll continue to feed me, to let me feast on your contentment. You and I both know you're not capable of bliss. This next poem is entitled Paul, but it's not the name Paul, it's P-A-L-L. Paul. Last fall, the momentum stopped. The air hung heavy and stale in our lungs. We shrunk our hearts, pulled them from our bodies, watched them shrivel like sponges. We put them in jars, then put the jars away. Our bodies grew weak and uncertain. We dug for roots and found dust. The soot slipped through our knuckles, felt slick as the cells we were sloughing from our backs. Nothing could be grasped. The freeze of winter did not save us. did not force us to face ourselves at the altar of the fireplace, but we did open our mouths to the crackling, felt the sparks peak, felt twinges in our cheeks. We tasted the sweetness of death from the inferno. I reached out to touch it. You reached for me. You've managed to hush the hum of our suffering. I'm listening to the low growl of spring. So this will be the last poem I'm reading. It's called Frida Kahlo Couldn't Paint It. There's a violence in the vacancy, in what the canvases could not show. A scream heard over the sirens, a bloody body glistening and somehow gold. She changed her birthday, dropped the E, mythed herself into a semblance of self-control. Her eyes do not wince. Her face is stoic atop the double scroll. A broken column, a dereliction originating from a disturbance so unnerving a painter's brush can't ever know. Memory mystifies even the words strung together, explanations morphed and hollow. I remember our debriefing, the comprehension of events escaping me. I could not remember a true crystalline thing, causing me to shake with grief at the unknowing, at the images both haunting and eluding me. A day forever changing everything, and yet, what is there is wrong, made up, my mind's necromancy. I thought I saw Ashley sleeping soundly, her head resting unsmashed against the back of the seat.